What's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We're back with another Delorean video today. Still trying to get you guys caught up on all the progress that Martin's been making. Today I'm going to be showing you guys the process that Martin went through to fix the fiberglass tub on this car and then get it primered. It's kind of an interesting process trying to fix, a 40-year-old car's fiberglass tub. The fiberglass, of course, is, different than it is now, but Martin's process is kind of an interesting thing. So let's get right into it. So one of the things that we did on the first car that we didn't really show was that we rolled the fenders a little bit. There's a fender lip that we went ahead and rolled to make sure that we had nice good clearance for the wheel. We did lower the car, and also we ran the bigger Toyo R888R rears. So we'll show you guys now. Martin is setting up to go ahead and roll this fender here. And you can see that the way this fender is, it has this lip right here. So basically Martin is going to bend that lip in so that the wheel doesn't rub right on that lip, right on this surface. So this is a tool specifically designed for rolling fenders. It has a polyurethane, it's almost kind of like a skateboard wheel that, make sure you don't scratch or damage the actual fender itself. And, you bolt it onto the brake and then go ahead and just roll it. Now it is also important to, warm the metal up a bit so that the metal a bit easier to flex. So that's what the heat gun is for. Martin's going to go ahead and warm up the stainless steel itself, and hopefully that'll make it a little bit easier to mold. You guys are wondering what the machine noise is right now. While we're doing this, Steve is making the new brake hats for this car. So we'll show that in a bit. So now that we've got the suspension mostly dialed in and we've got the fenders rolled, we're going to be moving to the back of the car, and Martin is going to be doing the work that he has to do on the fiberglass tub of the car. So if you guys remember, this entire fiberglass tub got modified a bit. So we filled in this hole here, and same on this one, and we made this hole here for the surge tank, as well as patched some of these other holes that we're not going to be using. One of the best parts about doing this car the second time versus the first is we know where everything is going to go. So even before we put the engine in, Martin can do all the work to the fiberglass tub and have that ready to go, and just put the engine in the one time and be, happy and satisfied with the placement.
Give it a yank. Give it a little yank. Oh, give it a little yank.
There we go. Ooh, we got some secret writing on the inside.
Quarter panel.
Has got the fiberglass tub pretty much ready for fiberglassing. The last piece that he has to do is that on this bigger hole that we're covering up here, Martin realized last time that it would probably be smart to make a steel plate there, glue it to the fiberglass, and then put a layer of fiberglass over it instead of trying to actually cover this entire hole. We of course also have the two access holes. This is going to have the oil cooler and filter system, as well as a crankcase breather. So So there'll be, you know, an access panel here. That's what these riv nuts have been added for. And then we have another one on this side that is for the surge tank for the gas. So remember, if you had, we had that like 1.5 gallon surge tank back here. So again, we added riv nuts here, and Martin will make a stainless steel plate for that. And then the rest of the fiberglass is pretty much ready to be patched up. We've got this hole here drilled for the main engine connector that comes through there, the bulkhead, and then you know, we're going to be patching these up just like we did last time. So everything's looking good. Martin's got the aluminum piece cut out for this. The reason that he's adding this piece here, not only is to, you know, create strength back in this fiberglass piece, but also to make sure that he's got a nice flat surface that it looks really clean when he paints. You know, when you are trying to fix fiberglass, you know, you kind of want to grind into this and kind of create a little bit of a concave shape. That way, you know, the fiberglass can kind of fall into it, and then the Bondo on top of it, the bodywork can kind of fill in that gap so that when it's, you know, sanded flat, that it's not too thin and you lose a lot of that strength. And now allowing him to do that with the aluminum that doesn't, you know, bend or deflect will mean that he's gonna have a really nice flat surface so that when we paint over it, it's super clean and nice and looks factory OEM. So it's been a couple of days now. We've allowed the fiberglass to cure and bond well to the original fiberglass of the tub. And now we're doing the next step. Martin behind me is now grinding to create a nice flat surface for the Bondo to go onto. So let's get right to it. So Martin is going to go ahead and you know, kind of just scuff up the entire tub. Because we are planning on doing the primer layer of the paint today. We can allow that to kind of sit and dry for the next week or two while we, you know, prep the engine and get the engine mounts built. And then once we do that, we can fully paint the whole rear tub before we finally assemble the engine. So Martin is now completely done with the Bondo bodywork of the car, and we've masked it up, and it's about time to spray the primer. So we'll walk inside, and Martin is currently working on mixing the actual primer for the car. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. The fiberglass tub is all repaired and looks good. In the next one, I'm going to be showing you guys some of the work that Steve's been doing to machine all of the parts that are necessary. It's definitely a really involved process, so you'll get to see that next time.